So we got some, like, these are all freaking chemtrails. There was clouds out today, but it's chemtrails. We're not supposed to have this stuff in the sky. Freaking, I'm showing Ron DeSantis tomorrow. I'm gonna email this to Ron DeSantis, tell him to freaking go to my YouTube. I sent him my spy book, but it wasn't buying. It just sent him I didn't write anything. It was freaking, basically I sent it to him in a real short little note. He didn't freaking get back with me, but it was all 120 pages and shit. I didn't explain it to him. So yeah, I'll explain it to him now. Ron DeSantis, look at those pages. I sent you 140 pages of my book, color pages. Now look, dude, look at it. You got to read the freaking the screenshots of book covers, search freaking results, articles. So it has search results, articles, and freaking book covers that proves everything that freaking I got sent to a mental hospital on one doctor's opinion. Polk County has treated me so fucking illegal. So my friends, Google drug lord El Mencho. Trump killed drug lord El Mencho last week. Well, they DEA undercover narcotics. They're not dead. They're just going to do something else. So there's like 4 different El Menchos, and they're all going to China, man. Everybody's going to China, in Mexico, because they're going to be shipping freaking 13,333 Etsy packages every single day across the country, and 1,333 Etsy packages in Polk County. And it's Donald Trump ecstasy in the mail, and people going to jail. Everybody's getting all my enemies' friends' kids. All my enemies' friends' kids. Like, and I guess it's all the whole friends list, or they've been spied on and find out who only cool kids. Only cool kids. So the parents aren't going to know where the kids are getting arrested to for buying ecstasy and shit. And then freaking Crime Stoppers gets hacked, and who called Crime Stoppers on their friends' kids? My enemies. It's gonna be fucking, it's fucking getting class. So then they're gonna get mad, and they're gonna have to fucking go back to this video and freaking, this video so your kids are okay. They freaking started buying Donald Trump ecstasy off the dark web when I went to a mental hospital illegally, and now they belong to us. I'm DCF, Denny Campagnon, flock of you for having a fucking enemy. I'm having a friend that's my enemy. So now I have your kids, or my people have your kids. So I need once my charges get dropped, or they bring me back to life, or freaking because it's gonna be 1,333 people a day in Polk, 13,003 in total. It's all numbers. It's all numbers. Everything's numerology. Like freaking boom. My friend Matt Williams got shot 9 times because he became a sheriff. K9, K9. He became a sheriff in 1993. So his dog got shot twice, Dioji, and then his partner shot himself once in the leg, 9-3. Freaking boom. Angelo Freeland got shot 68 times. Now, basically, I'm going to say this. Grady Judd came on TV and said, we only shot him 68 times because we ran out of bullets. Grady Judd is under mind control. He does not know that Matt Williams got killed by his partner. And everybody didn't want to tell him because he's under mind control. They know that shit. So basically, he got shot, and he said he got shot 68 times because we ran out of bullets. No, he got shot 68 times because the FBI said that Trump 86 Trump and went to jail. The reverse of 68 is freaking 86, and that was to wake us up. And then also because 11 years later, in my freaking jail in Q-Dorm, freaking Max Door, we had a fake riot. And somebody got stabbed 68 times in Max. And fucking boom. The year before 2006, when freaking Matt Williams and freaking Dioshi and freaking Angela Freeland got murdered, that's freaking 3 murders, 80 bullets. 80 bullets, 80 freaking bullets divided by 3 murders. That's 29.666666667. Oh, but you got to add K9 for freaking Diochi, so it's 80. It's like, what is it? 89 divided by 3. It's 26.6666667. And then you add those two together and you get my age. My age, 56.333333334. And I hope that's not when I die, because it's coming up soon. And so anyway, so what else? So freaking... So yeah, so basically, Angelo Freeland got shot 68 times, 2006. Well, 2005, the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, lied to me and said that I fucking failed the exam, Series 7. I got a 68%. And that was a lie because I knew I passed it. I had to wait 3 months and retake it. And the same thing happened on this Series 66. And so they make you take the Series 7 first and then the 66, so it's 766. But they should freaking let you take the Series 66 first and then the 7, so it's 667. That'd be cooler. A number away from the number of the beast. And so basically, that being said, so okay. So anyways, so that's it. So I got 268s on my freaking in 2005. So I had to wait 3 months and retake it, and I was licensed by February 2006. And then my Russian fiance showed up. That's why I went to work at Merrill Lynch, so I could have freaking proof of income. And also because I got snitched on. I was selling fake Oakleys in Jetty Park, and a little old lady got a letter in the mail and a video in the mail from freaking about counterfeit merchandise coming in on the boats. And freaking, what do you know, dude? She was wondering why, and instructions to freaking confiscate all my shit, Then at the end, tell me that she's gonna turn it over to Oakley, and then tell me that she's gonna go tell Cocoa Beach police. And that's what she did. And she told me 3 times that pretty much I got snitched on, and she was kind of wondering why I didn't ask where the letter came from and the video came from, because I knew not to ask, but I know now where it came from. The freaking video came from freaking China, because it was about the Chinese freaking market, them making the counterfeit shit. And the fucking letter came from Russia, and fucking instructions, and told freaking Cocoa Beach police that I'm being watched, and freaking, because they let me sell jewelry on the beach. So freaking the year before, this is what happened the year before. The year before, a freaking Oakley rep was looking at a freaking guy that runs triathlon for Oakley, went to work as a lifeguard, and he didn't like me because I was freaking selling fake Oakleys and looking at me funny. So I freaking asked him, hey man, what's up? Why are you looking at me funny every day? And he goes, dude, because I'm sponsored by Oakley, and freaking they're going to arrest you and freaking raid your house. And so he pretty much told me he already told on me. And I knew Rich Rudolph was the Oakley rep. I've been selling fake Oakleys for freaking 7 years, and freaking I never freaking put them on my head, and I never sold them to local people. And then I freaking got sloppy, and then the next day I came to the beach with no Oakleys because I knew he already told on me. And the first group of 11 people, baseball team, wanted Oakleys, $20 a pop in the first 5 minutes. So I went back to my freaking condo and got the Oakleys and came back, and Rich Rudolph was freaking watching. And he freaking saw me, and then all of a sudden I'm walking, and I see him looking freaking back towards the parking lot. I go, oh my gosh, that's Rich Rudolph. He's waiting for the police. And so basically, then he ran for the parking lot, and I freaking ditched my bag, and I ran to a family and laid down and took off my shirt and acted like I was laying out and was hoping that they would be looking around and not see me. All of a sudden I hear, hey, Oakley guy. And it's freaking Johnny Law. White, buff, huge, ripped workout guy cop that's freaking if he didn't have a smile on, you'd be intimidated, thinking you're getting a ticket and freaking, but he was cool as shit. And we're walking back to the parking lot, and Rich Rudolph is telling freaking Johnny, I don't want him arrested. I just want him to sign the paper. He made a bunch of money really quick. They get addicted to it, and then eventually they sign the paper that they won't do it again. And freaking that's what so I signed the paper, and then he goes, you could go. And he looked at the beach. I go, they went through my bag and got all the Oakleys. They saw my cash. Because when spring break, I always have change. I have change for $300 bills. I always have to have change for like 300s because people show up straight from freaking the airport and shit. They have hundreds, and if you don't have change for 100, you're screwed, dude. So I freaking always have like $300 in change and shit, and I'm fake Oakleys in the credit card machine and freaking making so much money. And so he goes, I can go back to the beach and sell jewelry. He goes, yeah, I don't care about that, but I'm gonna come check up on you. And he goes, we're gonna come check up on you. So I went back to the beach, and then the next day I had the freaking most beautiful freaking volleyball team. College volleyball teams, they buy jewelry, but not like the softball girls. And this girls. These girls were beyond beautiful, so nice, freaking, and they were buying so much jewelry. Everybody on the team, and I had a line of girls. I'm sitting Indian style, putting freaking anklets on, and Jesse's right behind me. My friend Jesse, he does metal sculpture, but I got him into selling jewelry, and it was usually just me and him selling jewelry, and then basically we shared Cocoa Beach for years, and freaking look at that thing right there. Do you see that shit? Look at that. That is a freaking alien, dude. Holy shit. Did you see that? That's cool, isn't it? That's a freaking alien. Thanks for being here. That's a freaking alien, dude. Oh, that's a behind shit. Always high. You know, freaking, I'm high on life. Anyways, dude. It's not an alien, it's just a branch. No, it's an alien. Do you see these little freaking creatures and shit? There's always a different dimension. So anyways, there used to be a club called Randy Johnson. He died. He for Final Dimension, dude. He faked his death. So it is the next day. So Jesse's standing right behind me. And he's talking to a girl, you know, and he never does that because he's always trying to get to the next group. But these girls were so beautiful, so cool, and buying so much jewelry. I had a line of girls, and then all of a sudden, I didn't hear Jesse anymore, and I hear a police walkie-talkie, and I hear Johnny go, "Damn, you got the coolest job on the freaking beach." And I turn around, and there's 4 cops, dude. And I freaking jump up, and I'm like, yeah, it's freaking, this is the best freaking volleyball group I've ever had. I go, I guess they're here to freaking show you how, you know, because they knew you were coming to check up on me. And then basically Jesse was looking from a distance, and then he saw that the cops weren't messing with me, and he comes over and he punches Johnny in the shoulder and says something fucking cheesy like, you know, can't be selling jewelry on my beach or something like that. And Johnny goes, "Oh my God, you're out here too?" And then he tells his freaking friends, he goes, "I'm getting fucking calls on him that he built an apartment inside freaking his warehouse and he's living in there. And he tells me he's not living in there, but he winks at me. So he's lying to me, to my face, but he's winking at me, telling me, well, I really do, but I'm not going to lie. And freaking now he's fixing my pots and pans and he's selling fake Oakleys and that shit. And I had to freaking shut him down yesterday. We got to check and make sure he doesn't start selling Oakleys again." And then they go, "Well, how is it, man? Is it always like this? What about the summer?" And Jesse goes, "Well, look, dude, we freaking kill it in the freaking spring, and then in the summer it kills us, but we still make money. And it's only 6 months out of the year, and we make money here and we spend it here, and he does events all over the country, and we go out to eat and we freaking tip good. But the hippies came here, 2 hippies came here, and their freaking car broke down, so we spent $400 to fix their car and send them on their way so they wouldn't see how good it was here, or you know." And now they came back with 6 friends, and there's freaking 10 of us out here selling jewelry on the beach. And they walk around and hold it in their hands, and then we go up to people, and then, you know, we go up to people and we hear, "Oh, we already saw the jewelry. We already saw the jewelry. We're already saw it." And that's the worst thing we could freaking hear, because it freaking ruins the whole element of surprise. And we don't want it to be like Mexico, and then the freaking the cops get called, and then you have to kick us out of here too. And they gave us their personal phone numbers to freaking swoop them off the beach. And freaking basically, and you know, I'm telling you this because Polk County didn't know that I'm dialed in with the police in Brevard County. And freaking Venice Beach, and I'm freaking, listen, I'm putting this on, this is for the Venice Beach, California police too. I'm freaking sending you guys freaking my ineffective, inadequate counsel freaking book. I'm publishing a book, and I'm giving you guys a copy. I need to talk to your detective, and freaking, I need to know your FBI number, because I'm freaking letting everybody know this story. Anyways, basically, and it's already going viral. But basically, I need to talk to the Venice Beach, California police. They used to show up at my jewelry booth and be like, "Hey, we told you, you cannot be here once it gets dark." I go, "Well, why not? Everybody else is here. Some people spend the night here." They go, "Well, you cannot. The gangs come out here. They'll steal your stuff." And they would help me pack my shit and get me out of there before dark. And I'm like, why did they do that? And then freaking, I forgot about that. I need you guys to make an announcement and find out who are the freaking police officers that kicked me out of there a few times. And anyways, do they know? Did they know that I'm Lenny Robert Escobar, Little Bear? And basically, I raised $10 million to impeach Trump. I have a whole team. We go by the same name. And anyways, but we faked Pablo Escobar's death. If you Google Pablo Escobar buying missiles for El Salvador in Polk County, articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper, there's none. And if you Google his partner, Carlos Letter, articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper, there's none. And the only newspaper on the planet where there's no articles about Pablo Escobar or Carlos Letter is Lakeland Ledger newspaper, because all the planes came to Polk County and drug money goes into the stock market as donations, churches, Vatican, CIA, Democrat. And they freaking made a bunch of money with the opium trade freaking in the 60s, Golden Triangle and all through Europe. But I'm in a spy program to give freaking power to the Republican Party because the Democrats had the tax rate up to 68% after Vietnam. And freaking boom, Pablo Escobar, my dad, Bush Sr. Bought Merrill Lynch in 78. Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch in 78. And freaking, you know, when your dad's not around to freaking raise you and you're freaking inner cities, freaking gangs prospect you. Well, I got prospected by the CIA. What does that mean? I'm freaking David Koresh from Waco, Texas. And I'm just kidding. I don't think that one's true. The Mormon from Waco, Texas. Remember the compound burned down? And no compound burned down. That was the first tunnel that they built for the Sinaloa cartel. So it was the nuclear drill digging those tunnels. Nobody freaking got killed. So basically, I'm David Koresh from Waco, Texas. Freaking, basically, I'm the Mormon. They call me a moron. I'm the Mormon. So anyways, my freaking... And I'm making up shit too, so I'm just making up shit. So listen to all the police in Venice Beach. Thanks for letting me freaking have my jewelry booth, and freaking thanks for kicking me out of there at nighttime, and now I know why. So if people from California, the druggies wouldn't see me because I didn't wear a mask. Everybody wore a mask. When Pablo Escobar was declared dead, thousands of freaking teenagers with masks on showed up to go to one house or one place and get Pablo Escobar stuff, containers and shit, and take it to the DEA trucks. The DEA trucks took freaking all Pablo's stuff to El Salvador, the only place that offered political asylum and protection against USA extradition was El Salvador, home of the MS-13. Maria Escobar, Pablo Escobar, Sweet 13. Manuela Escobar, supposed to be my Sweet 13. Maria Lopez, Guadalupe, Escobar, La Catrina. And if you freaking Google MS-13 finds Jesus and has a crazy pastor, the pastor's Pablo Escobar. And El Salvador has the freaking highest mountains, the deepest caves, and freaking, and freaking boom. So basically, there's a lot of truth to my freaking story. So it's like, yeah, and so to the Honolulu police, I freaking need to talk. Honolulu police, the freaking Honolulu floods, I was supposed to stop the boat that makes the floods. I was supposed to stop the boat that makes the North Carolina floods, Texas floods, freaking all these floods around the world. I think there's 3 boats that make them all, and then the fires are from lasers. I'm gonna attach the freaking pictures of the freaking boat that makes the freaking floods, or the video that makes the video of the boat that makes the floods. I'm the only one with that video. If you freaking go on TikTok, detectives and Detective Easy Rodriguez, Cocoa Beach Police Department. If you go on TikTok and you search for freaking in TikTok that Siri and Alexa say that a hurricane category 5 destroys Miami September 4th, 2025, we stopped it. Since we didn't really stop it, the people that were working on the boat abandoned ship. They made the freaking hurricanes. There were 2 of the biggest hurricanes the world's ever seen, and they did not come to hit United States, but they're coming this year. This year, the pictures of the maps that show Florida flooded in the United States fully flooded, those were on the internet when freaking Biden was freaking president. But then right when Trump became president, you cannot find those maps anymore. So Trump doesn't know that the United States is going to get taken out, flooded with these freaking the next 3 hurricanes. So I'm saying if we don't stop the freaking hurricanes by stopping the freaking flood boat, and we can find it, and I think it's the submarines, we can blow up the freaking hurricanes. The wall of the freaking eye of the storm with the same kind of bomb that's on Nazar Zaka's page that blew up in Beirut. It's like a hydrogen bomb. It's like a mushroom cloud, but there's no fire. But we can blow up the freaking hurricane and disperse it. I do believe. So anyways, this is also to Chuck Khalil. Chuck Khalil. Remember when I told you the freaking government was trying to freaking new tactic to send missiles into the eye of the storm? What year was that? Chuck Khalil, freaking his dad moved. his dad moved him to Joplin, Missouri for us to be friends. They're from Iran, and his dad asked me not to ever take him to freaking Springfield, Missouri. And his dad knew of my dad. He was a CEO of Lockheed Martin and wanted us to be friends. And then Chuck got addicted to coke. He moved back to freaking Cocoa Beach with me, and I would just do ecstasy. I don't do cocaine. It makes me very, very uncomfortable because I don't remember. I quit doing cocaine when I was 19 because I'd remember, if I do too much cocaine, I'd remember Pablo Escobar. They mind control me to not like it at all and not ever do it. It makes me very, very uncomfortable. I just do ecstasy. Well, basically, he got addicted, and then I freaking introduced him to a girl that was supposed to get him off cocaine, and I told him never to do cocaine with her. And then he did, and they got married, he got her addicted. She ended up smoking crack, and she ended up dying, freaking face down in a freaking pillow on New Year's Day and shit. And I freaking forgot about that shit and freaking blocked it out of my memories when he tried to call me. So yeah, Chuck, remember you tried to call me and talk to me about it, and I couldn't even talk to you about it? Because I think freaking, and I know now why you freaking deleted and blocked me, dude. Or you won't freaking talk to me. You took your daughter down to freaking surf with me and had me teach her how to surf, and then I realized that I think Nicole came down when you guys were on a break, and she got me blackout drunk just to freaking get pregnant. And so you'd raise my kid because she wanted a freaking kid with me, dude. You raised it, I think. So I need a paternity test with your daughter, dude. Anyways, I might be tripping or whatever, but why would you fucking not be my friend anymore? And why would you get your brother, Jim Brothers, to not be friends with me anymore? So you guys are fake fucking friends? Well, you guys are going to get Donald Trump ecstasy in the mail and go to fucking jail. And because you're going to go to Guantanamo, because I want to do information extraction, because you guys are buying Donald Trump ecstasy off the dark web anyway, probably cocaine and shit. And you're going to go to jail and you go to freaking Guantanamo to do information extraction via pharmacology, because I want to know why the frick you're the fakest freaking friends I have. And because now we're in a war with Iran, and I used to prank phone calls to freaking Jim Brothers, and I'd be like acting like it was Hezbollah, and basically if he wanted to freaking join it or some shit. So basically, so yeah, man, so you got to write the story on how we became friends and everything, and basically and tell me what I don't remember. So I'm just asking you, Chuck, is your freaking daughter, because she looks more like my mom and sister than your mom. So basically, so I guess that freaking all the girls wanted to freaking me be the sperm donor. So I don't think freaking I had sex with freaking your wife. I think that she, we went to Planned Parenthood and freaking she got pregnant that way. Maybe. Who knows? But basically, we clone people to fake their deaths. So I'm freaking pretty positive that since you got your freaking wife addicted to crack and she was freaking breaking promises, I'm pretty sure we cloned her and she's still freaking alive in freaking Mexico, raising 2 freaking babies per month, 24 babies per year, freaking from, maybe did that from freaking 12 to 37. I don't know, dude, but I think we faked her death. I'm not sure, dude. But anyways, everybody's either cloned and the one soul runs the clones, or we get reincarnated. So this freaking, the purpose of this freaking call to everybody that freaking hears it. So Chuck, I don't know if you killed your freaking wife, dude, because your daughter wanted to do forensic science, but dude, you should fucking still be my friend and let me know why you're not friends with me. So you're gonna fucking tell me in Guantanamo. I promise you that, dude. I promise you that. And freaking do, because anyways, we're supposed to be friends for life, I thought, but freaking your parents don't like me, dude. Freaking, your mom never liked me. Your dad never liked me, but they freaking your dad moved you to freaking Joplin for us to be friends. I know that shit. And he asked me to never take you to freaking Springfield. I never freaking did. And freaking, so anyways, so yeah, man. So I can freaking, yeah, so basically, I freaking have a bunch of fucking friends that freaking, wouldn't accept my friend request. So basically, so a lot of fake friends, and one, Terry Kabowski, fucking, I can prove everything now. And so when you got something to prove to somebody makes fun of you, and then freaking you get mad, and then you want to prove something, yeah, he won't even be my friend anymore. But that's a fucking fake friend anyway. So fucking, he one time fucking hit me or something and took my knife, and I had a druggy fucking guy beat him up and get my knife back for me. But Terry was my friend going to Anna Maria all the time, and basically, so he didn't believe me because I never did cocaine with him, and I didn't like cocaine. I love cocaine. When I had cocaine, I did not bring cocaine to Terry and freaking Gabby's house. But we used to have free ounces of cocaine. The cocaine we had at my military school was the cocaine, killed Cocaine Bear. So Juan Figueroa, I need to fucking find Juan Figueroa, got his name changed, and he's freaking undercover FBI for sure. He used to steal one speedboat a year with his family and fuck for the FBI and sell it and give the money to the FBI. The FBI allowed him. So basically we stole 9 speedboats and freaking gave it to the FBI. I do believe down in South Florida. And then freaking I got busted. The CIA told my fucking parents that I'm fucking boom working for the FBI or some shit, and then they agreed to freaking have me mind controlled and freaking scooped up in memories all the time, and they do the same thing. So my parents get mind controlled, and I get mind controlled because we fake Pablo Escobar's death, and there's a missing $500 billion, and we spent it on freaking military hardware. 500 billion went in the stock market and freaking turned into like trillion and freaking. So COVID-19, the day they said Saint Corona, $1 trillion crash in the stock market, those are my people. Those are my bankers. How they get the job, they kill Pablo. How they get the job, they kill Tupac. How they get the job, they freaking did September 11th. Anyways. Because yeah, September 11th is they did freaking, if you Google war on terror kills 500,000 people and click images, there's these tables with little kids laying on the tables. You can tell they're not freaking dead, and one dad acted like they're crying or something. We fake deaths, so we go to places. So I've been in freaking Middle East. I've been all over I fly to military bases just to buy suitcase nukes. Like I get there and then the person with the suitcase nuke shows up, sees if it's all legit, and they get if they're selling us a suitcase nuke and we buy it with drug money, we get the whole family and move them to freaking either become coca leaf farmers or freaking to the United States. So people know if they have suitcase nuclear bombs to sell them to Lenny Robert Escobar, the who faked Pablo's death and shit, and fucking boom. I don't know what all they know. So anyways, dude, I'm just making shit up, dude. I just freaking need help, dude. I need help to make sure my freaking judge doesn't throw me in fucking jail when I tell her that the FBI I know have my, ineffective, inadequate counsel. They're doing very illegal shit to me in Polk County because I am the only one that stuck up for Matt Williams. Matt Williams got freaking murdered, shot and killed by his partner. That's what everybody thinks. That's what everybody has heard. And that's what his brother, I think. So I haven't talked to his brother, but his brother's, he really killed his brother. And he got killed by his partner because Matt was having sex with his partner's wife, got shot 9 times. His dog Diogi got shot twice. His partner shot himself once. That's 9 bullets in Matt, 1990, 2 in freaking Diogi, 1992, and then 1 in his partner, 1993. Matt became a sheriff in 1993. 13 years later, he faked his death. Okay? We faked Matt Williams' death. If you Google Drug Lord El Mencho died 2 weeks ago. One of them is my friend, Javier, which I think is my son. He was in jail with me for 6 months. 2017, when my sister was influenced to freaking lie to the detectives that had me arrested for aggravated stalking. My sister told the freaking detectives that she was afraid for her life, afraid to check the mail, and freaking I was going to have the MS-13 kidnap the family. And she was afraid. She was never afraid. She lied, and they arrested me for aggravated stalking. They should have never done that. And then they came to my freaking cell and asked me, what would you do if we made this charge just go away? And I said, you could make stalking just go away? I would clean up my act and go on the campaign trail with Trump. And they looked at each other like I was a dumb piece of shit and never came back and never freaking dropped the charge. So basically, that because of them, I was broken, dude. Because freaking, I ended up taking a misdemeanor stalking plea. I couldn't get an apartment. I couldn't get my old job. My reputation ruined. And hey, what's up? Good. And I freaking was broken, and then freaking I freaking got, I got COVID. I freaking started thinking that my Lee Roth is a K9 sheriff, KKK, K9. And he freaking became a K9 sheriff in Cocoa, and he was a lifeguard. I watched him kind of grow up a little bit, and I started getting high on meth thinking I knew he was going to die and get shot 8 times, and his doggy. And I freaking was bothering him until he deleted and blocked me. And I had to freaking quit doing meth because every time I did a little bit of meth, I would instantly think of him and him first killing me, dude. So I freaking quit, and then I get COVID, and then freaking, my my mom cut me off, and freaking I realized she took my dying dad and freaking take me off the trust, and freaking my super rich dad freaking disinherited me. But then then after that, so my dad's biggest fear was my mom to give all his money to the Catholic Church. So my dad has a secret book of business. So I'm like, where the fuck is my dad's secret book of business? It got stolen, and it's the wrong numbers, and that's why people let me go to fucking jail in the mental hospital, and that's why they want me to go to prison. They want to torture me to get some Pablo Escobar freaking, and basically it's true, because spies conspired with my dad's friends to sacrifice me and my dad. My mom and sister get the COVID shot, they'll be gone soon, and steal my dad's secret book of business. So that's what happened. What they didn't know is my Russian fiance that turned into my wife, her dad moved to came to see Bush Sr. in 2007 because I got my Series 66 and Series 7 and I quit. My Series 7 and 66 went on my fake names, fake socials for undercover narcotics. That was always the plan, that he would move to the Americas and use my Series 7 and 66. They wanted me to stay doing that, but I quit. And I still licensed, and we drug money goes in the stock market as donations, churches, Vatican, CIA, Democrat, Republican, DEA spies, other churches. Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch in 78. Bush Sr.'s genuine partners with Putin. My ex-Russian wife looks exactly like Putin's identical twins. She shows up right when dude. So basically, and then there's records of me, DEA, and so my first psychosis, I'm like talking about Putin 2017, and I didn't even realize that dude, I forgot that my Russian ex-wife didn't come in my apartment for 2 weeks. I just saw her walking down the street, and I pull right over, and I said, "Hey, are you working at Beach Wave?" I go, I've gone out with a few girls from there, but I never had sex with any of them, so this is cool. All the foreign girls go there. I go, "You want to go out to eat?" I don't like to eat alone, but I got to stop at my house and take a shower really quick. She hung out with me for 2 weeks, just looking at me like I'm a rock star. I'm 36 and she's like 19, and then we're standing on the beach. And all of a sudden she goes, "Can you get any cocaine?" And I go, "Yeah, I can get cocaine, but I'm not doing cocaine with you. I don't even like cocaine. It makes me very, very uncomfortable. I would never do cocaine to cut you a line, dude. I don't do that shit. I'll do ecstasy. I can get ecstasy. Well, damn sure take some ecstasy." She goes, "No, I want cocaine." I go, "I'm not fucking doing cocaine with you." And then she says something in Russian, and she goes, "You love cocaine. I want to see the other Denny, and if you don't do cocaine with me tonight, I will never, ever hang out with you again, and I'll go find a guy that will do cocaine with me." And so we left and went and got cocaine, dude. And we went to and she told me she was going to come in my apartment and stay the night with me if we did So I went and we did it. We went to my house. I went to my friend's house because she sells cocaine. She's dead now. She died of ovarian cancer. And I used to go to her house and sit on her couch, and she had a safe on her couch so her husband wouldn't steal the fucking money or the drugs. And she'd sell cocaine all night, and I'd be on Adderall making jewelry. And never did cocaine. Maybe only, because I've been on Adderall and shit. And so basically, you just watch her sell cocaine all night. And basically, if that was for years, and in the springtime, I'd only see her in the spring when I was, making jewelry to sell jewelry the next day, and I never did cocaine. It was just when it's all kind of characters come over, and when you're a street level drug dealer, all the addicts and shit are crazy, and they're cool too. And cocaine is not like meth. People that do cocaine have jobs and shit, apartments and shit like that. Usually that's how it used to be. All the meth heads don't have apartments, don't have cars, don't have licenses, got busted, searched illegally. It's just weird. Meth is weird, but it's cool. But it's poison because it's supposed to be odorless and tasteless. It's so I'm not doing it anymore, because if you clean it, you get in trouble. Drug money goes in the stock market as donations, churches. Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch in 78. So you got to watch a movie, dude. A wolf in sheep's clothing. A wolf in sheep's clothing and 1.25 hours long. It's the 200-year plan that the government and church to make USA communist after freaking socialism fails. And that's the freaking Democrat Party right there. And then freaking they're going to crash the dollar too. So they didn't expect Trump to win. They bought guillotines, fucking guillotines, and put them at all the FEMA camps. And freaking the Democrat Party is disgusting, dude. So you got to read the book 25 Lies. And freaking the Republican Party is disgusting too. So well, I've never voted, but basically, the freaking cartels admitted that they were freaking trafficking children to the Democrat Party, and they felt really bad about it. So they freaking admitted it and shit. So basically, we got to stop freaking. We got to save all the kids and freaking get off this fake fucking Earth. We're going to be on submarines going to Mars. All the freaking Democrats have been doing the fraud and shit because they're building underground cities. They're not keeping that money and fucking acting like Pablo Escobar and shit. All the freaking missing billions and shit are going for underground freaking cities and bunkers because the Democrats are going to stay inside the earth for 70 years. Then other people are going to be in submarines going to freaking Mars, which is Earth, and submarines, or they're going to be going to freaking the outer continents beyond the ice wall. And then freaking some people are going to be nuked with the animals and aliens, because aliens are on the way to come and get freaking capture all the humans. Human DNA, dead bodies, is nuclear fucking bombs. X and Y chromosome is a nuclear fucking bomb. It's not splitting the atom, it's splitting the atom. So anyways, basically, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, man, thanks for listening.